All right, today we are diving into a really powerful mental model for navigating our pretty complex world. It's called the general theory of cognitive triangulation. Sounds fancy? I know, but it's really a framework for thinking with more clarity, and we're going to unpack it together.
So let's just start with a question that, honestly, I think we all wrestle with every single day. You've got this constant flood of information, opinions, and data just coming at you from all sides. How do you actually figure out what's real, what truly matters?
And the author of this theory, Albert, he just nails it with this quote. This is the central problem of our time, isn't it? We have access to literally everything, more information than any humans in history. But our brains, our attention spans, they haven't changed. We have this fundamental mismatch.
And because of that mismatch, our old ways of thinking, they're just not cutting it anymore. They really struggle to separate that crucial signal from all the overwhelming noise, which can leave us feeling kind of lost or just plain uncertain. So let's break this down. On one hand, you've got these older models that just get bogged down by all the complexity. But on the other, you have cognitive triangulation. It's a framework designed specifically to build something the theory calls sustainable intellectual fidelity. It's all about building a robust, reliable way of thinking. Think of it like developing a kind of mental fitness that actually lasts. So, how does it pull this off? Well, it all rests on three core pillars. And these aren't just abstract concepts, they are active forces that are meant to work together inside our minds.
First up, we have objective fidelity. You can think of this as our anchor. It's the foundation that keeps our thinking grounded and stops us from just drifting off into pure speculation or, misinformation. So what does that really mean? Well, at its heart, it's a simple but really powerful commitment to truth. It means you're constantly asking yourself, does what I believe actually line up with the facts? Can it be verified out there in the real world? It's our essential reality check. Okay, so if truth is our anchor, then our second pillar, expansive inquiry, that's our engine. It's what pushes us forward and keeps our understanding from getting stale or rigid. And this isn't just about, being vaguely interested in stuff. No, this is an active, almost restless pursuit of new information and different points of view. It's that force inside you that pushes you to ask, what if, and why, and to look way beyond the easy answers. It's our engine for discovery. And that brings us to the final piece of the puzzle, our third pillar, heuristic optimization. Now, I know that sounds a little technical, but it's really all about elegance and efficiency. This is like our internal curator, the part of our mind that neatly organizes everything we're learning. And the key word here is refining. See, we all use these little mental shortcuts, heuristics, to get through the day. This pillar is the art of making those shortcuts as sharp, as clear, and as effective as they can possibly be. It's about finding the most elegant way to structure what you know, so it's not just a big, messy pile of facts, but a coherent, beautiful worldview. All right, so we've got our three pillars: truth, curiosity, and aesthetics. But here's the thing. The real magic isn't in any one of these pillars alone. It's all about how they're constantly interacting with one another. And this is so important to get. This is not a checklist. It's not like you do truth and then you check that off and move on to doing curiosity. They're constantly pushing and pulling on each other all at the same time.
And this gets us to the heart of the whole theory. It's not about finding some static, perfect balance. It's about maintaining a dynamic equilibrium. It's like they're all constantly pulling on each other, keeping everything stable. A great way to picture it is like a tripod.
Yeah, the tripod is the perfect metaphor for this. A mind with intellectual fidelity is stable because all three legs, truth, curiosity, and aesthetics, are in balance. If any one of those legs is too short or too long, imagine too much curiosity without being grounded in truth, or too much rigid truth without any curiosity. The whole thing just tips right over.
So, okay, this all sounds great in theory, but what does it actually mean for us in practice? How do we start applying this model to our own thinking, day in and day out?
Well, the first thing to realize is that the goal here isn't to reach some final, perfect state of knowledge where you know everything. That's just not realistic. Life is constantly changing. New information is always coming at us. So the real goal is to build a process for thinking, a flexible system that can adapt and grow with you. And that is the ultimate payoff. When you get these three pillars working together, you start to build what the theory calls sustainable intellectual fidelity. It's not a fleeting moment of clarity. It's an ongoing ability to think clearly, coherently, and effectively,
even when you're faced with brand new or confusing information. You're building a truly resilient mind.
So I'll leave you with this to think about. As you go about your day, take a look at your own mental tripod: truth, curiosity, and aesthetics. Which leg of your own thinking could use a little reinforcement? Are you grounded enough in facts? Are you exploring enough new ideas? Or do you just need to organize what you already know a little better? Answering that, well, that's the first step to building your own stable mind.